All right, now to this developing story. Rashi's joining me now. We're talking about Nolan Wells.
Yes.
He's the Mississippi teenager that went missing July 4th, and he was found dead. And you know, the big news here today is that press conference with the attorney and family.
Yeah, and really the family just wants answers. You can imagine that they found out that their son's body was found 2 days after it was reported missing. There's so many questions, and so the family and the attorney, they actually ordered a separate independent autopsy. So those results came back, and I want to make sure I get this right. So it was the death was ruled undetermined pending further investigation. You're like, what does that exactly mean? Well, the pathologist wrote that he could not establish nor rule out foul play. Now, authorities said that after Wells' body was found, they believe he drowned and they don't suspect foul play. But Ben Krupp, civil rights attorney, is like, that's not the case. We believe there's more to this story. And so he was at the NAACP convention in Chicago to announce the findings.
Dr. Roger Mitchell said that the focal area of red discoloration in the soft tissue of the back of the head, the occipital region, is significant because he cannot determine why you have that red discoloration in the back of his brain. That's significant. He also talked about, Mr. Williams, if you could, just the fact that as it's common practice, he was missing his throat when they received the body. And he wants to know why they held it back. He's not drawing any conclusions, but he said he would want to examine it if there were neck fractures or compressions to the neck, and he thinks that's significant to know at autopsy.
Now, you also want to make note that this is gruesome, but parts of him were not all there. And so the Jackson County medical examiner is also doing an autopsy. Those results haven't completely come out yet. So what you're hearing right now is the independent autopsy that was given by the family and the order of the attorney there. And the question remains, what happened to him before he went into the water? Because authorities, like I said before, say that he probably drowned, but the question is what happened to him on land. And behind the attorney, you might have noticed his mother. She spoke today too.
Losing a child, it truly breaks your heart. It is a pain that is just, you can't measure it. Especially someone like Nolan, who brought so much joy and light and life to everyone. You don't find too many genuine people like him. So to lose that light at such a young age under these circumstances has been absolutely difficult.
And, you know, another thing to note in an interview that the parents did, the mom was saying this is just so out of my son's character to engage in any sort of possible foul play or anything like that. The other thing to make note of is the fact that the community is coming together and they are collectively offering $125,000 to anybody that has information regarding what happened. And that's really something that people are just concerned about right now.
And you know, another thing too they talked about in that press conference that I thought was kind of interesting was that when we see video of Nolan now, we see them with like his swim trunks on, and he wasn't wearing a shirt, but apparently when the Cajun Navy found him, they said his body was face down and he was wearing clothes. So for the family as well, they were trying to figure out like, how did my son go from wearing swim trunks to being fully clothed in a different, so they want like the timeline, like how did things play out for them? In terms of Benjamin Crump as well and the autopsy, did anything else like jump out to you? I mean, you're a mom, we all have, you know, for loved ones. Did anything kind of jump out that was like, man, that's interesting or something they should continue to look at?
Well, I just thought it was just so crazy, the fact that they don't have all of his body to be able to determine without a shadow of a doubt what could have possibly happened to him. So I think, you know, being a parent or not a parent, you're just kind of like, what exactly happened? I mean, part of his throat missing. I mean, what's going on here? And so, yeah, they're just desperately looking for answers. And hopefully, the medical examiner's office with Jackson County is going to come back with something conclusive.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We're not saying anything nefarious went on.
Right.
But the family just wants transparency in the answers. Quickly behind us, we have our TikTok here. I'll just maybe read like 1 or 2 comments here. This person says, this is just sad. The fact that the family believes someone did something to him. You guys can also send us a text message to 713-581-9914.
And I was also looking at our Facebook, too. A lot of people are just in disbelief that they still aren't able to find any answers.
Yeah, this is interesting to say the least, but we'll continue to follow it because it's the big story for sure.